guys? It is Jake, and today I'm going to be showing you how to build a very vibrant neon 1v1 map. Pretty simple. Guys should be able to get the hang of it pretty easily. So first what you're going to want to do is just load up a plain block, and if you want you can just destroy the builds around the teleporter or the hub rift. And then the galleries that you're going to need to use, if you want to make it just an all black one, use, where is it? You're going to need the structures gallery reflective black, and you're going to throw this clearly. And then you're gonna take out the floors, and then you're gonna cover up all this like center square part of the block. And on one side make it go one more block. Don't use phase mode on this, otherwise you will screw up. Don't do the middle. The middle is exactly where that block is right there. Leave the middle, mark the middle with a marker or something. My suggestion would be to place a block that isn't the reflective black, or something other than the block you're using. So once you have that, I mean not that direction, you don't want it to go that to be the side. So now you're gonna build your podium. My suggestion of the material you build it out of would be these black stairs. And then, yes, you're gonna wanna do this so then it's perfectly aligned. So then the podium's perfectly in the middle of the map. Then if you're one of those ODV kids, then just place another row on each side. But don't do anything to that other top row. So look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's all 5. And then what you're also gonna need is, for your next gallery, you're gonna want to grab the, where is it? Oh, it's down here. You're gonna want cube gallery large, and the non-triangular, no, you're not gonna want that one. You're gonna want this one, the non-right triangular pyramid gallery. And that's also the large version, and you're also gonna want the cube gallery large. And you're gonna want to grab these bottom ones here, and grid snap 2, and you're gonna want to place them on all 4 corners. Wait, this, well, I'm gonna actually that first and put it here. So yeah, this is officially a fully black themed neon 1v1 map. Well, it's not fully neon yet, but it will be. Just bear with me, and in no time at all, it will be neon. And then you're also gonna need one more gallery that I forgot, and that is, what is this? The triangular prism gallery large. Throw that down, take the same colored block, and I will also be doing a video on how to do the white version of it instead of black. So there will be a tutorial on how to do a black neon 1v1 map in the future. That one looks a lot better, so I'd suggest waiting for it. But this is also going to look pretty good at the end. And then also grab ring gallery A or B, I don't really care. Just pick one of the galleries and then find this, one of these pieces. There's one in every single color, so it don't matter which gallery you pick, but there's one of these, like, they're right here, next to these half circle ones. It's right next to it, literally, you can't miss it. Next to the very small half circle. And then you're gonna wanna do grid snap 16. And then you're gonna wanna put lights all over the ramp. Bring it close as you can. Well, not as close as you can, because then you can't even place it. But you're going to want it to be pretty close, and you're going to want to place it in all these little areas right here. And do it all the way to the very bottom. And then once you're doing the other side, then you have to flip it around, so then it'll actually not be underneath the stair, so then it'll actually be in front, so then you can see the lights. And don't criticize me about this, but this is not the one that everybody always uses. People normally use another version of the light. Well, people always normally use a different, the one that's standing upward for the ramp, but I don't use that one for the ramp. I use that for the bottom. Normally people use this pole that's standing upward for the ramp, but I don't use that. I use the one I just used for that. What I use this one for is to do this. So to get it flattened like this, you use the rotation axis pitch, and then it'll be like this, and then you're just gonna wanna bring it like that. And then switch it back to y'all. And then just simply, oops, that looks terrible. Well, we'll come back to that later. What the heck is up with this? Well, technical difficulties. Bruh. Here, let's redo that. So, you're gonna want to grab that. You're gonna want roll. And you're gonna want to place it perfectly in there. Honestly, just so it's easier, use Grid Snap 32. See? Perfectly. Then you're gonna want to do that all the way and around both podiums. It's gonna take a while. I wish I could speed up the replay, but unfortunately, the freaking SHAREfactory editing software and well, not software, but editing thing on PlayStation doesn't allow you to. I don't think. So, in case you were wondering, that is what I use to upload the videos I make from my PlayStation. On Xbox, I use the Creator Studio or whatever, which is their way of doing that. And you're gonna want to place this in perfectly. This is why I don't like Grid Snap 32. It's super small. It hardly moves. But it works, gets the job done, that's all that matters. Oh yeah, and these little gaps here that are hardly visible, no one's gonna look at those, so. And there's no way to fix it, so don't even try. And you're gonna wanna what the heck? Okay. Evan, your new tool will be Grid Snap 32. I already know it. You'll love it. You're gonna say goodbye to freaking Grid Snap 16 because Grid Snap 16 is almost useless now since Grid Snap 32 is in the game. Honestly, it's almost like no Grid Snap. Is that on the stair? Wait a minute. And also, if you want to check these, you can by just looking at them while going backwards. Simple, but useless. Okay, this one needs pushed against the wall. this RGB or lights can get annoying. But guess what? You're gonna have to do more. Only bad thing about these maps is they're made for the look, not really your frames. But that's how you do that part so far. So now, there you got your podium, the lights on it. Now all you gotta do is take these lights again and simply just put them up here, which you can use for its Snap 16 port, I believe. Yep, you can. Don't do it around the whole podium. Like, don't do it around this part where the stairs are that you'll be running up. Just do it like right around that area and leave that part open. Like so. Or honestly, I'm gonna see what it looks like with it like that. And oh yeah, by the way guys, this is literally me just experiencing with this, how this map will look. But so far it looks pretty good. So I'll flip. And I'm stuck. And now, let's see what this looks like. Yeah, let's do it like that. Okay, so now that you got that done, you're gonna want to... We're gonna extend this area off more. But now, if you want, you can place your player spawns, which you can do however many you want. Like, I would say do like... Oh yeah, and if you don't know how to use the player spawns correctly, this little, like, thing back here that I'm pickaxing, that my crosshair's on, that thing is pointed that way, right? So if it's pointed that way, that means my character's gonna be facing that way. It's gonna, whatever way that little, like, thing that I'm pointing at right there, if that's pointed a certain way, your character is always gonna be facing the opposite side of it when you spawn in game. So, for the sake of this map, I'm only gonna do 4 player spawns, and then do your settings on it, like just make it invisible game, which is literally the basic options, which is the bottom basic option is visible during games. Have that on none or no. And some of this RGB flickering over here, that just is weird. But other than that, now if you want, you could get to the weapons, which my suggestion would be to use, well, you're gonna need a capture area, and then if you want, you could use these item spawners, these ones, the little circular ones, or an item spawner plate, which I'm gonna use for the sake of this build. And You can do however many items you want to have, but I'm only gonna do a couple. Meaning, like, 3. An AR shotgun and AR shotgun and SMG. Do settings on this. Turn this all the way down to time before first spawn on instant. Turn this down to 3 seconds or instant or 1. Whatever you want. For the sake of this build, I'm doing 3. And then visible during games off. Okay. So we got that. Now, obviously what you're going to want to do is drop your weapons. Well, no. First, grab your capture area and put the settings you want on it. Just change the accent color and then change the radius, the capture radius. You're going to want to make that 1/8 tile. And then you can keep everything else the same as it already is. Keep that there. Don't put it on the spawner, otherwise when you drop the weapons in it, it's gonna go all crazy. And make sure none's in your inventory. I'm gonna use a legendary scar, because I like good guns. I don't know why. A legendary pump, and I don't want people spamming SMG, so I'm gonna do a burst SMG. I'm gonna put the scar up here. You can do the weapons and whatever loadout you want, or any way you want, but I'm doing it in this way. And then what you do with the capture area is you use grid snap 2. Well, first, if you want it to look better, I would suggest to grab the ring gallery B and grab this aqua ring here, the very thin one, the small thin aqua ring, and then putting it all the way on its side. What am I doing? Let me grab that again and do that again, because I just screwed up. And then I'm gonna want to do roll. Roll it on its side. Take it, resize it to be the size of this. How big is that? It's a little. Wait, you're gonna want to resize it to be that big. And grid snapped 4 this into like the very center. No, grid snap 8, try. Yeah, grid snap 8. Place it directly in the center of that. And then you're gonna wait. What color is this? I think I grabbed the wrong color. Yup, I freaking did, darn it. Now it's the smallest. I'm place it at the center once it's at the smallest size. Like so. Dang, I screw up on this channel a lot. I'm always making something the wrong size or doing something stupid. Yeah. Go back and watch my very old video of me telling you guys how I got my account hacked. That was a dumb video. I literally regret even posting. And then put these on like that. And then delete those. As you can see, it looks like there's a glow around the thing, around the gun, and then there's that part there. And then you can delete this extra ring, so you don't need that. And then really, oh yeah, we have to extend this. I'd suggest doing it by like 5 or 6. There's one. That's 2. That's 3. Actually, well, I'd suggest to only extend it by 3 more blocks, because that looks about big enough. And then, if you would want, you could grab barriers, and then, actually, I'll be too lazy. You can build this around the entire map. Well, if you'd rather do barriers, it don't really matter, but I'm just using walls because I'd be too lazy. And then select all this, and then just place it all back on top until you get to max height. Is that it? Yep. Get ready for some lag, people, because you're gonna have it. Imagine your frames going down. This is the very laggy but best way to do it. Although barriers are a more or less more frame way to do it. This is gonna take a while. This is the more or less time-consuming way of doing it. I could have been 90ing at max. I could have, if I was 90ing right now, I would have already been at max height. But there, once you're at max height, then just grab one of the floors from down here. And then okay, I guess you can't do it like that. It has to be a block below the barrier. And then just place all this. I may as well just do this. See, if I would suggest to use barriers, but if you want to use this, you can. Barriers, you'll have less memory used, because by the time this is ended, by the time I'm done with this, you're gonna have like freaking 50,000 memory being used, because it takes a lot of memory. Trust me on that. And this ain't even it. I mean, just look at these walls. Don't it look terrible? That's why I'm gonna have you grab this tall thing here. Find the corner. Make it the max size. And then put it in every corner. By the way, do grid snap too, it's easier. I don't know why I didn't. And this. See, now you have this. Now you're going to want to copy one entire row. Get ready for the lag, never mind. Oh, why do I have phase mode on? Yeah, and there goes the ping. This map is very bright, vibrant. Honestly, I'm waiting for somebody in the comments to say, aren't all of your maps vibrant? Flip. What is the stupid thing? Okay. Now once you got this took forever, I know. You're gonna want to do the same thing they did to the going up, but you're wanting to do it going to the side. This is a very time-consuming map to build. Trust me on that. And turn it off. Where do I place that? No. Here, actually, don't do those. Use the one that you did for the podium stairs. Max that size out. Now tilt it a little bit sideways. And you're gonna wanna make it the largest, grid snap to it everywhere on the bottom and top. Well, honestly, just copy how I did here on this side to every single side. And then the map will be good. And then also do it to the top too. Don't forget the top. That'll be for today's video, guys. Hope you liked it. Subscribe, like, comment. Follow me on Instagram at links. Spy cat. Yeah. I'm gonna have to be used to saying that. And now.